Battle of the Network shows. Join Rick Brooks and Mike Kogel as they explore the TV of the 70s and 80s through hand-picked episodes of their favorite and not-so-favorite series.
The Love Boat Game.
Welcome to another bonus episode of Battle of the Network shows. Today we're going to try a new game.
A new game?
A new game called the Love Boat Game.
Well, I'm a little nervous anytime there's a new game going on, but
I'm
looking forward to the challenge.
Here's how we're going to try this. We may have to tinker with this as we do more of them, but
this bodes well.
I'm going to read you the guest stars from an episode of Love Boat. You might want to have your pen at the ready.
I do.
And then I will read you a summary, and we'll see if you can guess which actor plays which character.
Okay, sounds like fun.
Okay. So, the guest stars in this episode, Sharon Gabet, G-A-B-E-T, or Gabbett, not familiar with her. Laurence Lau, L-A-U, in both cases. Laurence and the last name. Mm-hmm. Denise Miller. Oh, wait. No, that's right. Okay, good. I thought I was reading you the character names. Taylor Miller.
Are you sure you're not reading the character
names? Yes, I'm sure. That's what confused me. Robert Pine.
There we go.
Janine Turner.
Janine Turner?
Yeah. And Ruth Warrick.
Ruth Warrick, wow. Okay. Okay, there's the guess.
Yeah. Okay. And this episode, it's called The Man in the Iron Shorts / The Victims / Heavens to Betsy. The 10th episode of season 6 from 1982. November 1982. Okay. So here's the summary. Gopher returns from vacation with a new girlfriend named Gail Kohler. So Gail, C-O-W-L-E-R, who is a history teacher. He also has a trunk carrying a suit of armor, which he dons in order to impress her. But when Isaac tries to help him get out of the suit, he breaks the bolt and traps Gopher inside. I assume this is the man in the iron pants part of it.
Yeah, I would hope so.
Captain Steubing's longtime friend, Joan Hinesley, was widowed in a drunk driving accident years earlier.
Well, this sounds like a premise for comedy.
The pain of her losing her husband never completely healed and now intensifies as her daughter Vanessa falls for Webb Jones, Jr. Here's where it gets really interesting. The son of the drunk driver who took Joan's husband's life.
What are the odds? Amazing. That's amazing.
Finally, Reverend David Ruland leads a mission study society on board the cruise, but two of his members, Betsy Dunbar and Laura Tenley, are smitten with him.
Betsy Dunbar and who?
Laura Tenley.
Laura Tenley.
Yeah. We want to know who's playing Joan, who's playing...
I got Joan.
Betsy, who's playing Gail, who's playing Webb, who's playing Laura, who's playing the Reverend...
Okay.
And who's playing Vanessa.
Okay, I've got, I think I got this one, actually.
Okay.
I'm going to need, let me, okay, I got, okay. First of all, let me say one thing. I'm assuming by looking at the guest list that Robert Pine came on board first and they figured they had enough star power and they didn't need to, like, really go real hard getting other guests.
Right.
A rare display of laziness on the cast or the part of the Love Boat producers. I'm going to expose myself a little bit here and say that I don't know several of these names.
I don't either.
However, I think I've almost got it narrowed down here.
Okay.
I'm going to reveal them all at once, maybe, would be the way to do it.
All right.
And then you can tell me if I'm wrong. Because I'm gambling that I might have it figured out here.
Okay.
It's kind of like a puzzle here, okay? Okay, and the one I don't know. Now, wait, are there more? Are there more guests than there are?
There shouldn't be.
They all match up.
There are.
Oh, no.
Seven.
You're right. Okay.
7.
Okay. I've got it.
Yeah.
I think I've got it. All right. If I get, so I would 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. All right. Here's my choices. I'm going for Gail, the history teacher that Gopher's girlfriend is. I'm going with Sharon Gabay. For Joan Hensley, I'm going with Ruth Warrick. Vanessa, her daughter, Janine Turner. Laurence Lau is Webb Jones Jr., the son of the drunk driver. And our boy Robert Pine is Reverend David Ruland, and Denise Miller and Taylor Miller as the two girls that are after him, or infatuated with him.
Okay. Let's see. We might have to go through this again.
Did I at least get Robert Pine right?
You got Robert Pine right.
I've got Ruth Warrick has got to be Joan Hensley.
Yes, you got those two and Laurence Lau. I mean,
Okay,
obviously,
Laurence
if you got Pine right,
is
you got
Webb
him.
Jones.
Yeah. The younger woman, no. So the two women pining after Pine.
It had to have been the same with Miller's.
No.
What?
It was the Sharon Gabay as Laura, and Janine Turner as Beatrice Betsy Dunbar.
Well, that's
clearly the Betsy, the Heavens to Betsy title.
Yeah.
Denise Miller was Vanessa, who is Ruth Warrick's daughter. Mm-hmm. And then Taylor Miller plays Gopher's girlfriend.
That's difficult.
It is difficult, yeah, especially given that some of them are not.
I assumed
names.
that the Millers were in the same storyline, that they were sisters or something.
Right.
Well,
we don't have our it's not like when we were talking about the one with like Jimmy Walker.
Yeah. I mean, with I think some of those, like Ruth Warrick I knew she was actress of a certain age, so that she fit in there. And then if I had been right with my guess on the Millers, then everything else kind of would have fallen into place.
Yeah, and obviously, as long as you got one of the men right, you're going to get the other one.
Yeah, and it made sense that Pine would be in the Reverend role.
Yeah, this Laurence Lau looks like he's around the same age. I don't. So he has some soap opera credits. I wonder if this was like 82. Just wondering if they were all from. Okay, so Taylor Miller was on All My Children. Mm-hmm. And she's around that age. Really? Oh, no, that makes sense. Denise Miller. Maybe my soap opera theory is wrong, but.
Well, it explains why. It helps explain why I didn't recognize some of these.
Yeah. Because
I am not a aficionado of soaps of the era.
Janine Turner, I know, was on soaps back in the pre-Northern Exposure days.
Yeah, and I had her kind of for the youngest, maybe one of the younger roles.
Yeah.
Good for Gopher if he's dating her.
But he's not. She's one of the ones pining for Pine.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah. So she was on General Hospital then.
Okay.
And
well, that makes sense.
Ruth Warrick was on All My Children. Our boy, he's got too many credits.
I'm definitely curious to see how they get Gopher out of that suit.
Yeah, that
suit of armor.
That's maybe the most intriguing.
Yeah.
I like Janine Turner and I like Robert Pine, so I like the.
Yeah, that goes without saying, but purely from the story premise, the Reverend and the people pining after Pine, that's not so original, but Gopher getting stuck in a suit of armor, that makes you stand up and take notice.
Yeah. So he was still on ships then. It does seem like they were leaning on some soap opera people, though.
Yeah, the overall star power in that episode, because, this is definitely Janine Turner before she was, well before Northern Exposure.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, not a lot of star power, I'm saying.
Right.
I don't really recognize Sharon Gabay at all. And that's, presumably she was one of the stars of that episode.
Yeah.
And
yeah, she was.
I'm just not getting anything with her.
She's known for Another World and One Life to Live. And The Edge of Night.
Nothing against her. I'm sure her fans were delighted to see her take a voyage in the Love Boat. But
yeah. Looks like she was on The Edge of Night at the time.
Edge of Night. Which is a cool name for a soap opera, by the way.
She was on Soap Opera Showdown, Saints vs. Sinners on Family Feud. Same year.
Was she a saint or a sinner, I wonder?
I don't know. She played Raven Swift / Raven Whitney / Raven, another last name.
Well, that sounds like a sinner. In this world of
It
soaps,
does.
I'm betting she was one of the sinners.
And of course, your ship's crew included Vicky by then.
Okay. Well, it's an interesting game.
Yeah.
At least I got a couple right.
Yeah, I'm going to tinker with that.
Wasn't a total failure. I wasn't a total failure at that.
Yeah.
So I feel pretty good.
Original concept was just seeing if you could guess from the whole list of people who ever guest starred on a show who could have possibly been on Love Boat.
Yeah.
That seems a little too complicated.
That might be a little difficult.
Yeah, but yeah, we'll try this again. It's a way to keep Love Boat alive, while maybe not embracing your idea of doing an episode every year.
Yeah. I mean, maybe we don't need to do that. Yeah.
But maybe we might discover another one here that we really want to see.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I'm surprised. Maybe just because of the overlap between Chips and Love Boat, that I'm just surprised he was only on it once.
Yeah.
Fine.
He seems like that kind of.
Yeah, he's a working
They could
actor.
make a couple of different appearances as different characters. Exactly.
Yeah, maybe he didn't enjoy his experience. I can't imagine.
That's a sad thought. That's a very
But,
sad thought.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to entertain that thought, actually.
I know from a clip you had of DVP on the Tonight Show. It was on our YouTube channel that he enjoyed his time doing Love Boat.
Yeah, that's what we
Especially
wanna
the
hear.
part where they actually go on the cruise.
Yeah, I think that's a nice benefit, isn't it?
It is. Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna try to find this episode. I think.
Yeah.
And maybe learn a little bit more about some of these forgotten stars of the soap opera world that I was not familiar with. I need to educate. I need to not only pick my pine, but maybe I need to learn some more about my soaps.
Yeah.
My stories.
You won't be surprised that this started out as a attempt to find a Pick Your Pine. But
That
other
makes
than, I'll tease this because we might do it another time. I think other than Fred Grandy, he only appeared on that Love Boat with any of the other people. So,
Interesting.
yeah.
Okay. Well, once again, I'm battered and bruised, but ultimately I feel pretty good. And just playing the game is fun. So I'm keeping my head up, Mike.
Yeah. I feel like this is the kind of game they might play on a cruise ship.
Yeah, that'd be a good one.
Yeah.
Very entertaining
Trivia
game.
game. Yeah. We'll call up the Princess Cruise Line people.
Yeah, suggest it.
Yeah.
Could be a good bar trivia kind of thing too.
Sure.
With the multiple choice, you have your little consoles at your tables.
Mm-hmm.
Let
Yeah.
everybody pick your pine.
Right. We get Princess Cruise Lines, us, and IMDb involved in the Love Boat game.
Yeah.
And then maybe we have to separate Pick Your Pine game.
Right. I see. Yeah.
Video game. But yeah, a lot of potential here.
I totally agree.
There you go. That's the Love Boat game.
The Love Boat Game.
Join us next time for another exciting episode of Battle of the Network shows. Learn more, leave feedback, and suggest future episodes at battleofthenetworkshows.com. Follow us on Twitter at BatNetShows and like our Facebook page, facebook.com/Battle of the Network Shows.